Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes. She's a man-eater. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. And today I have the true man-eater perfume for my sexy ladies. That's right. As you all know, a lot of fragrance influencers, they talk about the man-eater perfume. But today I truly have the true man-eater perfume, which is Manteuse by Stephane Humbert Lucas. Manteuse by Stephane Humbert Lucas, a play on words combining the deadly praying mantis with the French word for liar or deceiver. Praying mantis courtship can be a dangerous affair. Females have been well documented to be a true man-eater when it comes to mating, and this fragrance definitely has that aura about it. This is a comeback of a 90s perfume with an arrogant, aggressive, confident, warm, mesmerizing, and unapologetic, musky, woody floral personality. A nostalgic scent that revives the sexual energy of the 90s of a dangerous and fascinating woman, a heart stealer. Manteuse is part of the 7-7 collection, and it falls under the woody floral musk bygones category, which was launched in 2018. A vertical, luminous, dazzling fragrance, a forbidden pleasure, created by Stephane Humbert Lucas. All right, so let's get to the accords of Manteuse and see what we get on initial spray. Now, this one is a fantastic perfume for springtime. It has all kinds of beautiful florals in it, but it's not too floral. It's very musky at the same time, and it has this woodiness and type of a leather dry down to it, which is very, very sexy. And just the structure of it, again, it's very 90s like, just right before IFRA regulations kicked in. So that's why, again, as you all know, I love those type of fragrances, and I think this is very sexy. It would definitely be a sexy fragrance for the ladies. All right, so the opening is very beautiful. It's very mass appealing. If you initially spray this, especially the ladies, they're gonna be like, wow, this is very gorgeous. Why? Because it's not that heady floral type of fragrance. This perfume opens up with a whiff of zesty sweet bergamot and white flowers like magnolia and jasmine. And the magnolia and jasmine are very realistic in here. And also, you get a hint of aldehydes in the opening as well. As it opens up, it becomes very musky, sweet, over honeyed white floral. And the bergamot, it's not acidic in a way like Bleu de Chanel or what do you call it, other fragrances. It's not like a very heady type of a bergamot. It's actually very sweetened type of a bergamot because of the honey. And that zestiness kind of fades away quickly. The honey takes over and the musk start taking over as well, and the fragrance kind of becomes woody. Now that's settling down, it's becoming very woody, and it's very sweet, musky type of fragrance. I can smell the musk, which is not real musk, but it has this natural vibe about it. Again, as I mentioned, I keep repeating myself, it has this 90s vibe about it right before IFRA regulations they kicked in. It has that type of a feel to it. The musk feels so real. It's not that synthetic, clean musk. It's that kind of a little bit of animalic musk, which is not too much, so don't think this is anything barnyardish, but just think of the 90s perfumes back then, how they were so bold and they were so like unapologetic and so mesmerizing and so sexy, and that's what I think it does. Now, the white floral, I believe, consists of, again, what I smell magnolia in here, I smell jasmine, and I also smell lily in here as well. So to wrap this up, as far as the accords goes, this one is a sweet type of a perfume. Definitely get an accord of honey in here. You definitely get that beautiful amber accord in here, which is kind of floral. It's definitely powdery. It has that Stephane Humbert Lucas dusty and powderiness all over it. It's also white floral you get, but again, because of the honey, as I mentioned, it kind of makes me think of yellow flowers. I don't know why. Even though I can smell the white florals, but the honey when it kicks in, it kind of makes it kind of a yellowish, like it reminds me of the color yellow, this fragrance. And also, it's definitely leathery, it's woody, it's definitely animalic, but don't be afraid of the animalicness of it. It's not too animalic or barnyardish or anything. It's just very beautiful and sexy. It's musky. The musk is not your typical new age synthetic kind of a musk, even though it is synthetic, but the way it's done or the type of musk that he used, it has that old school vibe to it, which I love. And it's also balsamic at the same time. All right, so let's get to the notes of Manteuse and see what this Maneater has as far as the notes goes. So interestingly, for top notes, you have leather, you have white florals, you got bergamot as your top note, and you have a very interesting synthetic note, which is called Dode Canal. I hope I'm saying that right, which is a Lara aldehyde or dodecyl aldehyde, which is an organic compound with a chemical formulation which occurs naturally in citrus oils, but because of EFRA regulations, they have to synthetically create it. In your middle notes, you have lots of honey, which really comes out right away in your opening as well and adds to the bergamot and sweetens up the bergamot and the florals, the white florals, which turns them almost into yellow florals. And then you got that powdery orris root in here, which gives that Stephane Humbert Lucas powderiness to the fragrance. You got labdanum, and you have that milky powdery sandalwood in here. In your base notes, you have opoponax, which adds to the resinous of the fragrance, also mixed with labdanum and that smoked vanilla. It creates that beautiful amber accord in this fragrance. You have that beautiful patchouli, which adds to the earthiness and gives the fragrance a very beautiful, nice volume. And you have, interestingly, Shangri-Late musk in this fragrance, which the Shangri-Late musk actually gives that kind of a real or realistic vibe to the musk in this fragrance, which you really think it's a real musk. Seriously, when I smelled it the first time, I thought it was a real musk, but I knew because of EFRA, they cannot use a real musk. So I found out it's Shangri-Late musk, which actually smells very close to the realistic musk. So that's as far as the notes for Manteuse goes by Stephane Humbert Lucas. All right, so let's get to the performance and longevity of Manteuse. Manteuse, unfortunately, it's not a great or loud fragrance. It's not a great performer. Even though it is a powerhouse from the 80s and it does have that type of a vibe about it, but it's not a crazy loud fragrance, which I think it's great because sometimes you don't want that overclowing type of a fragrance, especially in springtime. You want to be able to breathe and you want to be able to like enjoy your time outside, or if you're going to a party or whatever, this one would be great. Now, as far as the longevity goes, on my skin, I get about 5 hours out of this fragrance and then it becomes a skin scent. So as far as the performance and longevity, unfortunately, I have to give it a medium score. Now, let's get to the projection and sillage. Now, as far as the sillage goes, it's medium. Again, with any fragrance, when you initially spray it, they're pretty enormous. It's pretty loud. Everybody can smell it. But after half an hour, 45 minutes, it becomes a medium type of a sillage. Now, as far as the projection goes, again, the first half an hour to 45 minutes, you get about 3 to 4 feet of projection. And after that becomes very close to your skin. So this would be great close encounter type of fragrance as well. But again, the musk, I have to say it's pretty loud and it stays and it goes for a very long time. But the whole entire fragrance, as what it starts off with, it kind of goes down to your skin pretty quickly. So as far as the projection sillage goes, unfortunately, I have to give it a medium score as well. Now, as far as the compliments goes, I have a really funny story because the first time I smelled this, I didn't know it was Stephane Humbert Lucas fragrance. And I smelled this on a lady at the gym. I was at the gym and she passes me by and I was like, oh my God, this smells so good. What is it? So like a crazy person, I went up to her. I'm like, excuse me, can you please tell me what you're wearing? It smells so intoxicatingly good. And she started laughing. She's like, it's a Stephane Humbert Lucas fragrance. And I was like very sure of myself. I'm like, no, it's not. And she's like, you know, it's my fragrance and I know my fragrance. It's Stephane Humbert Lucas. And I'm like, what's the name of it? She's like, Manteuse. And I never heard of Manteuse before. So I was like, wow, it smells so good. It's very beautiful. And I asked her, I said, you know, I told her, I said, I do, you know, reviews of fragrances. And I'm like, so do you get a lot of compliments with this? She's like, actually, this is a very easy to wear fragrance. It's my signature scent. And I wear this also to work as well. And I do get a lot of compliments with this. So I went ahead and ordered it. And I actually bought this one for myself. And I started wearing it. And I actually got a lot of compliments with it as well. And I have to say, this, when I smelled it on her, it did have this very powerful type of vibe to it, the smell of it. It wasn't cloying type of fragrance, but the musk and the floral, the honey, the powderiness of it, it had that 90s type of vibe to it. That's why I was so drawn to it, because I thought it was something from the 90s that I haven't smelled for a very long time. That's why I went up to her and asked her. But again, this is one of those fragrances that attracts a lot of guys because, again, it has that man-eater, powerful type of a vibe to it. It's very warming. It's very sensual. It's very interesting. Like, I was very drawn to it. So as far as the compliments goes, I would definitely give it a high score. Now, let's get to the versatility. Again, this is a very you know, subjective topic, but as far as the versatility goes, I think actually you can wear this all seasons around. Even though it's a floral type of fragrance, it's not too floral because of the honey and the musk, and also the leathery nuances in this fragrance kind of makes this fragrance a signature scent type of a scent. I think you can wear this all year round in any type of a situation. So because of that, I would definitely give it a high score because it's such an easy fragrance to wear. It's not too intrusive, but yet it's very powerful. It would definitely do well on a businesswoman that has her own business or even working in an office, but you have like a powerful, you know, rank in the office or whatever. It definitely has that type of vibe to it. It's very, very classy and it's very powerful type of a scent. So as far as the versatility goes, I would definitely give it a high score as well. Now, let's get to the uniqueness of Manteuse. Manteuse, it's definitely a very unique fragrance in the way that it's a new fragrance. It's a fragrance that was launched in 2018, but it smells like a 90s powerhouse fragrance. And I think that makes this fragrance very unique. And also what makes it unique, it's just the combination and the structure of it. It makes it very unique. That musk, it's so realistic, which I fell in love with. That animalic type of vibe to it, which is not too much, is not barnyardish or anything to set off anybody and be like, oh, this stinks, I don't like it. It's done very in a classy and very luxurious type of a way. And that's what it makes it very unique and also very versatile at the same time. And because of that, for uniqueness, I would definitely give it a high score. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we get to the end of my video. That's all I have for Manteuse, the Maneater by Stephane Humbert Lucas from the collection 777. Now, if you ladies or gentlemen own this fragrance in your collection, please let me know, or tried it at least. Let me know in the comment section what's your take on it. What do you think of this fragrance? And if you don't own it, I would definitely suggest you to sample it first. Again, my taste is a little bit different on my channel. If you guys have bought this stuff that I have reviewed, you guys know my taste and you would know kind of what this smells like. But it's not your typical Dolce & Gabbana Blue Intense or something like that, but it does have a mass appealing definitely vibe to it, and it's a very beautiful, gorgeous, sexy scent. And that's it, you guys. That's all I have. Thank you so much, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon with another video. Peace and ciao.